Are you just like, no, we're all in on this?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. So my plan that I was kind of telling my parents through like my senior year, like I did not want to go to a 4-year college and like study something. I played basketball in high school. I always had the aspiration of like going to a D1 school, playing basketball. But when I really started getting into business, it's probably my junior year where I really knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur and I really wouldn't use school for anything I wanted to do in my career. That's when I kind of, and then on top of that, my parents weren't going to pay for my college or anything. So I was like really thinking, I'm like, dude, there's just no way I'm going to go 50, 60K in debt and then also do something I don't want to do. So I
Yeah.
think from my junior year, it was really solid. Like it was clear to me that like, I got to figure something out now. Like I'm not going to college. So it's like, I got to make money. And then the job I had a really good, route to a pretty good job for when I was going to graduate. And it was funny. The main reason I quit that job is because I was like, hey, when I graduate, I want to be a property manager. And I was definitely qualified. I was really a really good leasing agent at the company.
Yeah.
And the only reason they wouldn't let me is because they said I had to be 18 years old to be a property manager. So I was like, well, I'm not going to graduate and just keep working the same job for 2 months. Like, you know how long that is? Like, you know how much you can do in 2 months? So I quit that. The decision to really do it, I think, so I had about a month left of my senior year of school of overlap from when I started the company. And that first month just went so good. Like, obviously there was tons of pitfalls and issues that happened, but we did
Yeah.
like $20,000 in revenue month one. So I
Yeah.
saw it was possible. That's more money than I've ever seen in my life. It was a funny story. I had a conversation with my dad. I came up, I had my room was in the basement. I walked upstairs and I'm like, hey dad, so I just made my goals for, when I graduate and stuff. And here's what I want to do. And I told my dad, I said, I want to make $1 million before I'm 21 years old. And he literally got like pissed at me. He was like, dude, what the fuck? You got to think realistically, like all this stuff. And he was coming from such a, just a fatherly standpoint of
Yeah.
like, I want to see good for you.
Yeah.
And you can't just set these crazy goals and expect to just hit them because you're setting these goals. I was like, no, dad, I have a route to this. Like, look, here's the company. Like, here's this company. If we just got to do this, 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 and this, and we'll get there. And he like still was like upset with me that I was setting these crazy goals. That was a moment where I was like, I went back down to my room and I was like pissed off and I was like, fuck, like even I tell my dad something like this and like it made me realize, you have to believe it in yourself before anyone else is going to believe in you. Even if it's your family, your best friends.
Yeah.
Like I told all my friends about this idea and they were making fun of
Yeah.
the industry. They were making fun of the name of the company. They were making fun of just the idea that I thought I was like cool because I was asking people if they want to work. Like
Yeah.
you're going to hear all this stuff from everyone. You have to keep that vision alive for yourself because no one's going to keep it for you. So yeah, that was when I had the conversation with my dad, it really kind of put some fire under me to be like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to like actually try to hit this goal. And yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, I totally resonate with what you're saying. Like I deal with doubt all the time about whether I can do it or whatever. But at the end of most days, I do kind of have to like light that fire of like, hey, I'm that guy. Like I will make this happen. Period. Nobody's gonna stop me. I'll know whether it takes me a year, whether it takes me 20 years. Like I
Yep.
will figure it out. And I think just that is something that's probably comes from competitive drive of playing sports or whatever. But it's like some people just don't have. Like some people might just not have that, because you just said that 2 months is a long time. And I guarantee you, like, that's because you're 21 and you've done so much so quickly. So, like,
Yep.
yeah, of course, 2 months for you, you seem to get a lot of progress. But for
Yeah.
most of America and even myself, like 2 months, like, I feel like 2 months just kind of slips by, But that's incredible. So, talk about what sort of standard have you had in your life to reach those goals at such a young age?
I mean, I'm not going to like sugarcoat it. Like I definitely have not had the, young person experience of like partying all the time and hanging with friends every night and sleeping over at people's places and stuff like that. Like it's really work. And it's been nice because like I've been able to integrate my personal relationships with my team relationships.